So we ain't worried about them does that are across the street. We don't know that.
I mean, we can hunt does, but wouldn't it be great to shoot a monster buck out of the pinewood forest? Oh wow, look at that scrape on that tree right there. That's
so
a
fake.
big one.
That's so fake, bro.
Don't use that one, that's a bad example.
No.
Look, you got 100 yards you can see that way, 75 that way. You just trim some of this right here. Oak trees all the way around. I love it.
Welcome back, fellas, to another episode of Edge of the Forest Homestead. And I was out here and I was about to try to burn some of this brush we cut the other day and doing some handwork along the pound edge with some hand loppers, and I just got a text from my buddy. And yeah, I am very, very excited about this deer season. And we actually do have some good deer across the street, and we've got more deer behind the pond back there in the woods than we ever thought. And I don't want to give away too much right now, but my buddy did come out day before yesterday, and we got some cameras set out, we got some corn thrown out, and we just kind of walked the property a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit yapping. Let's go ahead and go into that footage from the other day.
All right, so all I was saying was anytime I'm walking the fence lines, I'm looking for rubs, scrapes, or anytime they cross the fence. When a deer crosses the fence, a lot of times you'll have hair that'll get stuck on the barbed wire, just like this right here. And look at the trail going under the fence. See, these are signs we're looking for, not just bait. We're trying to see where the deer are moving, why they're moving, how they're moving.
And that's deer hair.
That's deer hair.
What are y'all doing, goobers? Huh? You ate with my chickens one time, I remember.
All right. Not at the same time, baby.
All right, fellas, so we're over here in the winter pasture, and this is where my buddy Josh has got his deer stand. What you got?
Deer tracks on acorn. You see that broken acorn right there? Deer coming through and nibbling on them.
The cows have been out for like at least 6 months. They haven't been over here.
When you're walking through here, we're not just looking for, you know, trails. We're looking for rubs on trees. Anywhere where the bucks, they like to rub on these little cedars. We're looking for scrapes on the ground. A deer a lot of times will come up to a limb like this. They'll mark their scent, rub their nose on it, scratch the ground, put their scent in the ground.
So we ain't worried about them does that are across the street. We don't know that.
I mean, we can hunt does, but wouldn't it be great to shoot a monster buck out of the pinewood forest?
You know what? I passed this a bunch of times. I've never looked up. I didn't know this was where your stand was at. I didn't even pay attention.
So my theory here was, and watch, we can walk for a minute.
All right.
There's a lot of trails that come out of here.
This track right here.
You see it?
And so my trick has always been to hand throw corn, and it's like acorn, something fell out of the tree. 5-point, turn it on, status green, 5 pictures, take a picture of Rocky. Everything's good, batteries are full. See if we can get us a picture.
So that's an upgraded model of your other one?
Exactly.
The one that didn't work?
Yeah. Spy Point was really nice to me, man. I called them, told them I was having troubles with the other cameras. And they walked me through, like, I kid you not, 4 hours worth of trying to figure it out and formatting cards and downloading stuff. And at the end of it, they said, well, we can't fix it over the phone. We'll send you 2 more. Congratulations. I said, thank you very much.
And now you got 2 more to do.
Earned yourself a lifetime customer. But we can walk through and scout a little bit. This is a rub. So what the deer will do is they'll do that to scrape off their velvet, but they'll also use it to mark their territory. There's those scent glands within the top of their head And whenever they scrape that tree, they come through here and mark their territory. So a big buck is claiming, hey, this is my area. So normally the bigger the tree, the bigger the deer. But not to say a big deer won't hit a little tree.
Yeah. So he broke that branch off then.
Oh, right here? But he's walking this trail. Look. He's doing it. He's saying, this is mine. Look, look. It's called a rub line. What they'll do is they'll scrape a little bit and then they'll walk a little bit of distance and then rub their horns some more. Walk a little bit of distance and rub their horns some more. It's the best way for them to communicate. They communicate.
Y'all writing all this down? Get your pen and paper.
Look, you got 100 yards you can see that way, 75 that way. You just trim some of this right here. You'd be able to see a long ways down that way.
That
more over here.
That goes towards the barn right there.
Giant oak trees. One there, another one there, another one there. Oak trees all the way around. I love it.
All right, so that's the path that takes you all the way to the fence of the National Forest. Here's a tree stand. Barn's back that way. All right, so what do you see? Oh, I see you. I can see the stand. Yeah. And then if we put the feeder over there, right about there. Right?
Yeah. So if it were me, what I would like to see, I mean, I know you got the other feeder, right?
Yeah.
The one you're talking about?
Yeah, I'll get up, bring it over here if I can get it working.
I got a bucket feeder at the house that you can hang up in a tree. Throw it over a limb. It'll hold like 50 to 100 pounds of corn. And you get it up off the ground. That way it's like it's part of the tree.
They don't see it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That your whole thing about the buck, that's why you were throwing corn earlier.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that big deer won't come to feeders. I'm just saying deer that aren't used to being around a feeder, like a larger, more timid animal, the way they get timid is by, or the way they get big is by being timid.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, they've already mastered the art of the ninja. They're in and out. They're not hanging around.
Anything weird and we're out of here. But does, they know, you know, it's no big deal because they're not as hunted.
That makes sense.
Much pressure on
all right, you like that?
Love it.
All right, let's head back.